how to get the magic sauce, and how to start using your YouTube content to create raving fans, because people work with realtors that they think they know, like, and trust, right? So we want to show them that we know what we're doing. We want them to be on the same page with us, same kind of personality, and we want them to trust us. And we do this by using video. If you missed the first class, you'll know that YouTube is a library. So whatever you put out there, we reuse and we reuse and we reuse. If you haven't set up your YouTube channel by the end of this week, I would set it a goal that you have your YouTube channel set up, have it set up, and shoot a video, because you're playing catch up with the rest of the class, per se. We want to get you caught up with everyone else so that you can start participating into the binge watching is what we're creating. We're going to generate videos that people want to watch, one video to the next video to the next video to the next video on your YouTube channel. Okay. When we get together on every other Tuesday like this, I'm going to start out with, I want to have you guys send me links to your videos so that I can critique right away. And we can go through these videos. That's going to help the rest of the people in the room see what you've done, and it's going to give them ideas on what they need to do. Not saying they're going to take your idea of the video, but how they need to start structuring their videos. From there, after 30 to 40 minutes of that, we're going to go into some Q&A, and then we're going to finish with an assignment for the next week. Okay, you guys can see this video. Yes? Thumbs up, Rami, if you can see it. This is a cool community outreach type video. I would suggest that I love all this in the beginning. And then when you get to here to the music, I would narrate over this. Even if you have to do a voiceover, narrate over it. It's hard to hear. I want to see more views on this. You got 6 views. It's only 2 days old, which is totally cool. And this is just an outreach type video. This is not a market update. This is like, hey guys, this is me. This is what I do on my time off. And this is what's going on around town. I would suggest, all this is cool. I love the location. I would do some lower thirds. You know what I mean by lower thirds, right,
Yeah.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd do some lower thirds here and give a little bit more information about the bar, or about the venue.
Yeah.
And I would make sure, did you tag the venues in your description?
No, I didn't.
Absolutely tag them and send them a copy of it, because then they're going to send that out to other people that are on their playlist if they have one. And if not, they're going to know that you're the dude in town that
Yeah.
shares information.
Should I put them in the description as well?
Heck yeah, I would.
Okay. But it's kind of too late to go back and do the lower thirds because I've already posted it, right? I mean, can I do it? Can I edit it and keep the same video?
Yeah, you can always do it again.
Just redo it?
Yeah, and then because you've only had 6 views, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you could delete this off YouTube, do the edits to it, and upload it again and make it a brand new video. You're going to delete it totally from YouTube.
And I did a short version of this as well. I just basically cut it off at 60 seconds.
Yep. Are you using Opus Pro?
Am I using what?
There's a software called Opus Pro.
No, I haven't used that yet. I'm just editing it in Adobe Premiere.
So if you take this video and you go and you take the URL from YouTube and put it into Opus Pro, it'll make a short for you. It'll pull out all the cool points, and it'll make it vertical.
All right, I'll check that out.
It's really fast.
Okay.
So I'm going to scroll through here a little bit. All this is cool. I would just do more lower thirds. I love the fact this is right in Old Town. I would talk a little bit about Old Town, right? And I love the fact that you ask somebody, hey, what do you think about?
Yeah, I interviewed another girl right here.
Yeah, this is cool. Like what you're doing here is totally cool. And that's cool too. When you're talking to people, make sure you get their email address so you can send this to them.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So you're saying, hey, tell me what you love about this. Like you like shooting, maybe she likes skee ball or pinball. And then when you're done, when you press pause, say, hey, here's my card. Can I have your email address? I want to send you this so that you can check yourself out on YouTube. And then if you don't mind, share it with your friends.
That's a great idea. I didn't think of that.
It's just like having an open house and giving your business card out. I'm going to continue on
Right.
real quick.
And over here, I'm doing a voiceover.
Say that again.
For the rest of it, it's a voiceover.
Okay. So this is all cool. I would do, if you're in anything, here we go. At the voiceovers are cool, cool, cool. And then this is cool at the end. Let's see how loud it is. And I will catch you folks on the next one. And until then, launch off. Okay, so question for you. The music in the background, did you pump that in, or was that just what was playing in Old Town?
No, I pumped that in. I used stock footage.
Okay, so reduce your audio down to about 25%.
Okay.
Because all I hear is the music.
All right, all right.
When guys are editing video, and this is going to be good for anyone on this class right now, when you're editing video, turn your speakers really low. And if you only hear your voice and you barely hear the music in the background, you're spot on with the audio.
Okay, so should I lower it to 25% throughout the whole video, or just that last part?
Through all of it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because you just want it to be like elevator music, like when you're in the mall shopping, the music's not blaring, so that you have so the focus is on shopping.
Yeah. So you think I should redo this and then repost it then?
Yeah, I would. You've only had 6 views.
Okay. All right.
You've only had 6 views, and I would get rid of the date. I'm sorry. I would get rid of I would do this. Instead of things to do, I'd say looking for something to do in Temecula, or change your title to exciting times in Temecula. Grab their attention.
Okay.
Let me go to your page. So this is your short. This is your video. Yeah, your thumbnail's cool.
Yeah, I used the bouncer there.
Yeah, and I would make sure that he for sure gets a copy of this.
Yeah, I'll send it to him. He's actually a buddy of mine. Like,
and then that's when you just ask people to, hey man, will you pass this on? Because you've 7 views in 2 days, right? How much it costs to sell a house? 3 views in 6 days. Okay, your thumbnail here, it's hard to read. The how much does it cost to sell a house?
Okay.
So get creative with your thumbnail. Look at the one next to it. It says, beware of wire fraud. Right? You can get rid of in real estate.
Okay.
Remember, our thumbnail is going to be the poster that people are walking by to get to the theater. And if I have to read too much, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to think it's a documentary that I don't want to watch. So beware of wire fraud. And what I would do is I would make my picture of me a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Beware of wire fraud really big. Get rid of in real estate. And then how much does it cost to sell a house? I would just say, I would get creative with the thumbnail and say cost of selling.
Okay.
Excuse me. You want your thumbnails to be no more than like 5 words.
Yeah. Okay.
What the heck? See, like you got everyone's attention here. What the heck is a Melrose?
Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Excuse me. And that's also going to be a more of a tag, right? And you probably start with what the heck is a Melrose, right? And see how this bright yellow gets their attention. Mm-hmm. This not so much because it's dark. This not so much because it's more of you in it.
Right.
Okay. And this, are you sending this out to your database?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Okay. So every video that everyone does should, I won't say every, let me say 90% of the videos that you put together, if you're doing one a week, 90% of these videos should be emailed out to your database. Anything to do with real estate should be sent out once a week. So your schedule, you guys have the PDFs, the printouts, what's your schedule look like, and how you're going to produce the video, what the topic is, all that stuff from class 1. When you're doing that paperwork, and if you're shooting video on Monday and you're editing on Tuesday and you're launching it on Thursday, hypothetically, Thursday night after you launch your video, that should be emailed out to everyone the same day. So I time mine out. If my video is going to launch at 5 p.m., at 5:30 p.m., all the emails are being sent out to my entire database because YouTube says, okay, here's a new video. Who's going to watch it? And if my database gets it 30 minutes later and they click on it within the first couple of hours, we start seeing more views per hour. And YouTube says, this is an important video because people aren't even on YouTube and they're clicking on the video. Does that make sense to everyone? So once a week for your business, you should be emailing your entire database, and that in that email should be a video. 110%, there should be a video involved in it. So if you're talking about something like, hey, what the heck is a Melrose? That's a great question. It's very neutral. It's very evergreen. It goes out to your buyers and your sellers. And you're talking about this Melrose, so that might hit, say, I don't know, let's say your database is 50-50 and it's 1,000 people. 500 people, buyers, and 500 that are sellers, 1,000 people just got your video. Now, if the next week you're doing a buyer's tour, this is some advanced stuff here for you guys, so make a note on this. If I'm showing new construction in Temecula, California, it's one neighborhood, I'm going to space that. I'm going to do the video, and it launches at 5 o'clock on Thursday. And by 5:30, all my buyers in my database, all 500, get the video in an email about this new construction. And then all my sellers later on or the next day get the same email. It's just an advanced way to send the same information out. And what we're getting YouTube to do is they're saying, oh my gosh, 2 days in a row, we're getting 20 new people, 30 new people, 10 new people. Remember, they only have to watch 5 to 10 seconds of it for YouTube to say they were interested. We're going to work on click-through rates later on in this course. We want to get people to see our videos. So every video that you shoot needs to go to your database. Now, if you have videos like Rami does, what the heck is a supplemental tax bill? What's down payment assistance? Just because these are a month old doesn't mean that you don't send them out. So if you have a bunch of videos and you're not getting a lot of views and you've never emailed them out, start right here. Start 7 months ago, start a year ago, start wherever you want, set up an email campaign. And now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you've got 10 or 12, 15 different emails that you can send out to your database, all from existing YouTube videos. Once a week, your entire database needs an email from you that has video in it. Once you have these videos in place, and if you don't have videos yet, then go back to the sheet that I left at the office, and that shows you like 100 different video ideas to put together. The main thing I want you to focus on is evergreen videos, taxes, things that can be recycled, anything evergreen that can be recycled. I want you to focus on market updates because everyone wants to know what's going on in the market. And I want you to focus on specific price ranges of homes. So if you work with buyers that are looking between 500 and 600, I want you to show them videos of homes that they can see between 500 and 600. And these become old, but you can recycle them even though the prices change in the market. And I want you to really do a video about how to search for homes in real time. Now, how do we search for homes in real time? We go to our website, our agent website. We want to funnel our clients to our website. And if you're not paying for your own private website, Realty One Group gives you a website with IDX. So all of you should have your own domain name, or at least you have the extension to go to where your page is on Realty One Group Southwest. You want to funnel everyone to that search page, and you want to talk to people in your video about this is the best way to find homes in real time. You want to walk them through how to search on your page. You don't want them going to Zillow. You don't want them going to Redfin. You want to show them that this is the secret sauce. that you have a way that they can search for homes in real time. And if you're uncomfortable using the Realty One Group one, you have a portal in the MLS. You have your own link in the MLS. Send them right there. The difference is they don't have to register to use your portal. On Realty One Group, once they start looking for homes, they would then have to register. And if you guys want me to show you what I'm talking about, I'll actually show you the video that I did, and it's pretty simple. Pretty simple to do. The recording, Susan, the recording on the first YouTube class, you have to email me because I have all the recordings for this unlisted. This is a specific exclusive class for Realty One Group Southwest. So if you email me, troy@troysage.com, I'll get you the link. This is the website that I use. And I have the domain name Dallas Homes and Living. I pay for this though. Okay. So I pay for this through a service and it's expensive and I don't recommend it to anyone because it's expensive and you've got to sell. If you're selling a couple homes a month, I recommend this. If not, I would recommend going into your MLS and as there is a way, I just don't remember. There is a way to come in here and set up a search for someone individually.
Yes.
And you can also set up that there's just a portal that you can push people to.
Yeah, and I've done that. I've done that. I think I guess we'll talk tomorrow at the mastermind. We need to figure out a way to get that search portal somehow, like a widget to that, into our Realty One Group website, because the search functions on the Realty One Group website aren't really helpful. But we can talk about that tomorrow. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt your meeting.
No, that's totally cool. And I don't want anyone to get stuck on this because if anyone, and I'm gonna talk a little advanced here, so stay with me, guys, men and women, because I'm gonna talk about a different way to get people to look at you as their go-to realtor, and that is you can set up a free WordPress website. So if anyone's tech savvy, set up a free WordPress website and you set up a funnel that basically says, are you looking to buy a home in the Temecula Valley? Then fill out this information here so that we can set up a custom search for you. I know agents in Florida, Arizona, Texas, and California right now that don't have an IDX website. So they have a funnel set up to where people come in, they leave their information, like when you go to your doctor, and they call them back right away, or they email them back a questionnaire, and they go in the MLS and they set up a search for them. So there's a lot of ways around this. My point in the video is that if you put a video together to say, and if you don't have if your website isn't working the way in which you want, say there's a way to search for homes like a realtor in real time, and go into the MLS and show them like how you set up a search. And then at the end of the video, say, if you want to be able to search like a realtor, leave a comment below or reach out to me direct, and I will set you up with this special software or with this special access. And now they have to reach out to you and you talk to them and you set up a search in the MLS that we all know as a portal, they can change their settings.
Why do this video, how to search for homes in real time? Is it basically to get them on your website? I mean, because going to the MLS's website or Realty One Group's website defeats that purpose, doesn't it?
No, because you are trying to become the go-to person.
I get it. I feel like I know what you're saying. Like you're just trying to become the resource for everything, all things real estate. They know they can go to you, they can go to your website, they can go and you want them to ask you for information, right?
That's correct.
Rami, are you saying like setting up the Realty One Group website like that's not real great because it's not capturing their information? They can just come and look and leave, and we don't have their contact.
I would rather do it on my website. I mean, you guys can get websites that can pay $50-$60 a month that has all the IDX and everything along with it. I've had one for years.
Yeah, Rami, I'm going to reach out to you after this. I want to talk to you a little bit about that because I think I need to make a change too.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
This is the link to this video here, okay? And if I show you the video really quick, it's going to give you an idea of how you can come up with your own video to get people to come to you as the go-to realtor in the area. especially for searches, because people think, oh, I'll just go to Zillow and search. I mean, isn't that our number one thing that we fight with all the time? People go into Zillow, Redfin, or other websites, and by the time you log into the MLS and you pull it for them 5 minutes later, it's already gone, right? They don't have accurate information. So what I did in this video, and look, I'm not lighting the world on fire. I've had 39 views and it was 7 months ago, but I didn't market it properly. I didn't put it in an email, which this will go in an email next week. But it's really simple. I'm showing people the areas, and I'm talking about everything that I just mentioned, right? You're looking for a home, but you find out it's already sold by the time you talk to an agent. And I go through and we talk about a lot of information in this video. So feel free to press pause. And if it becomes overwhelming, leave a comment below or reach out to me direct. So notice I'm doing call to actions constantly. Leave a comment below or reach out to me direct. I'm saying things like, feel free to pause the video because this will be sent out to my entire database. All I'm doing in this video, you can do this with your video, you can do this with any video that is getting people to come to you, is you're going to explain the process. I'm going to go pretty fast here. I take them right to my website. You guys can watch this. I don't want to take the whole class and go over my entire video. I take them to the website, so it could be ROG or your own website. I show them how to do a search. I show them, I'll speed this up because we don't need to go through the whole video. I show them if they're buying a home. I just take them step by step like you would with anything else if you're sitting down with someone that said, hey, here's how you look for homes, and then how to save a search. At the very end, they've saved a search, and now they're in your portal. And they can come back and they can adjust their search whenever they want to adjust their search. So this kind of video is vital in getting out to your database, is showing them how to search for homes. Again, go through that list that I left at the office. I can't remember if it was 50 or 100 video ideas of how to get the ball rolling in YouTube. So number one is you want to shoot video. Number two, you want to do evergreen stuff that you can recirculate, like taxes, like how many schools there are in Temecula, if we're just talking about Temecula, anything that people are asking about all the time, or information that people don't ask about. For example, what's so great about an HOA, or HOA good or HOA bad? Use the facts that you pull up on the internet about HOAs. As a matter of fact, I was pulling information on HOA a week ago, and I think they started back in 1950s. So HOAs started back in 1950s. So if you want to keep their attention, you say so the first thing, remember, is a hook, always the hook. And then after the hook, I'm going to stop sharing here. After the hook, you want the tag. So your thumbnail should be the hook and then the tag. So it goes like this. If I'm going to do HOAs. So is an HOA good or is an HOA horrible? There's mixed emotions about HOA. Some people like them, some people hate them. That's my hook and my tag, what I'm going to be talking about. Then I go into, here's my hook. Is an HOA good or is an HOA bad? Some people love them, some people can't stand them. What's the big deal? In this video, I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of HOAs here in the Temecula Valley area. That's your first 10 seconds. And then you can say, hi, my name's Troy Sage. I'm a local realtor, and I'm real excited to give you this information so you make the best decision for you, blah, 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 whatever your tag is. And then we start talking about what an HOA is. So that's why you have the paperwork that I left you and emailed you of how to set up your video. You come up with a hook and your tagline or your target, what you're going to talk about, and then you break it down like you're writing a very short script. So you can have it say when HOA started, what to expect from an HOA, put your opinion in there. Say something like, hey, man, some of my clients love HOAs because the homes are always kept relatively nice and no one's going to have 30 cars parked out in front of their house. Where other clients of mine love the fact there's no HOA because they've got 15 cars they're working on and they park them all in the front yard. And they like to have a party every Thursday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 10 o'clock, so whatever, you just kind of put your own personality in it. Throughout the entire video, you're going to say things like, hey, if you have questions about a specific HOA here in the Temecula Valley area, I'd be happy to pull that information for you. Leave a comment below or reach out to me direct. And then you go right back into what you're talking about. So if you're breaking these up into your hook, your tag, you start talking about each section. Maybe you've got 5 things. We've talked about this a lot. 5 things about every topic, right? So number 1 on HOAs. HOAs are great when it comes to keeping things super conformed and everything extremely organized. Number 2, HOAs are great because of the fact that property values normally stay a little bit higher than non-HOAs because of the rules and regulations. Number 3, HOAs normally have amenities like pools and parks. And for example, this one here in Paloma del Sol has 5 pools and 3 lighted tennis courts, blah, blah, blah. Number 4 might be, who knows? There's a school right here in town, or the roads are maintained by the HOA, whatever it is. And maybe your 5th one is, and something that's really horrible about an HOA is you got to pay these monthly fees. So this is where you guys get to be creative, right? That is an evergreen type video. That video will go out to everyone in your database, and people will watch it. They will absolutely watch it. So evergreen stuff is important. Ernest, you asked a question about what's a lower third. Okay, let me show what a lower third is. Basically, on your screen, a lower third is the bottom corner of a screen. So in the first class, we had the screen and it looked like a tic-tac-toe board on the woman's face. So you got 1, 2, 3 sections, 1, 2, 3 section. A lower third is the bottom corner of a tic-tac-toe board. Any bottom corner is a lower third. Okay. Or even just the whole entire bottom strip. What you'll see in some videos is people will have like on the news, they'll have that ticker tape that goes across the bottom. That's a lower third also. And let's see. Yeah. So if you want a screen capture, it depends on what kind of computer you're using. If you're doing this from your computer or from your phone, I do all my stuff on my computer and I use a software called OBS. O as in Oscar, B as in boy, S as in Sam. It is a free download. And this is free. And it talks to my video camera. I've got a Logi 9C or 920C. It's a very inexpensive web camera. And it talks to this inexpensive Samsung mic that looks like the Shure microphone that everyone's using. This is about $200. And my camera, I think I bought it refurbished for $30 on Amazon. So OBS, when you download it, it recognizes your camera, it recognizes your microphone, and boom, you can do screen sharing. You can do just you. You can do multiple cameras. So if I hooked up my phone and I hooked up a GoPro and I hooked up another camera, I can have all these cameras going at one time with OBS. It's free and I like it. So then what happens is when you record whatever you're recording, you then convert it into an MP4. And then depending on what software you're using, I use iMovie. I bring it right into iMovie. I cut up what I cut, slide stuff together. It's super, super simple. And I press go. Now, when you see, like, for example, I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but that's okay. I want you guys to know how this is done too. It's about the technique as well as. So see here in the video, this is me talking here and I'm looking at the screen. That is a screenshot with my camera on while I'm looking at my second monitor, all in OBS. So all I have is it's got screen capture and it's got my camera right here recording me at the same time. Some people go, oh my gosh, that's like so difficult. No, it's super, super simple. I can't turn OBS on right now because we're on a Zoom call. I probably could, but it'll be psychedelic. It'll have layers and layers of layers. So that is OBS. Another software that you guys can use is called Camtasia. So see the little arrow that I made? That is on a free software called Camtasia. Camtasia could take the place of iMovie. Can totally take the place of iMovie. I like iMovie because I know my way around it real fast. So I do all my chops in iMovie. Then I bring it into Camtasia and I add these little nuances like the arrow where Rami uses Adobe. So if you're into Adobe, keep using Adobe. It's way more powerful than both pieces of software that I have. I've also seen people do this with CapCut. I would much rather edit on my computer screen than on my phone. Now, I know I've got CapCut on my television, on my monitor. It just doesn't allow me to do the things I want to do. So the key in using an editing software is just like a contact management system, and that is whatever you like and whatever you're using, master it. But don't let this editing software stop you from doing videos. Because remember, nobody's waiting for my latest video. No one's waiting for your latest video. No one's waiting for any realtor's latest video. The only videos I know people that are waiting for is like Mr. Beast or some crazy influencer that none of us are probably watching. So just do video, do video, do video, do video. Correct. You don't need fancy cameras or videos or anything like that. You can do it right on your iPhone, which is what we did in the Realty One Group office. We just shot video. Remember, this is money. This is playing around. This is making money. This is YouTube longs. This is playing around, unless you're just doing a short. I do everything this way on my phone. As a matter of fact, I have a tripod with a ring light, and there's times that I just set my camera on there. And if I want to use a teleprompter, I have a teleprompter app on my phone that's totally free. I'll put in a little script and I'll read it. And where the teleprompter sits is right where my camera is on the front of the screen. So I'm looking at the words, but reading it, and it makes it look like I'm looking at the camera. I can do it all on my phone. And then once I'm done and I press stop, I can go right into iMovie on my phone or dump it into my computer and do all the edits right there. Thank you, Paula. It's not necessary to spend a bunch of money on software. What other questions do we happen to have? How do I get, okay, so teleprompter, there's an app, and the app is named Teleprompter. That's just the name of it. So on iPhone or Android, let me make sure I'm doing the right. Yes, it's called Teleprompter. And you do all your own scripts. So let me find it on here.
Hey, Troy, can I say something about that?
Of course.
So when you look at teleprompter in the Apple Store, wherever, there's two of them. There's one that has a red symbol and an orange symbol. I found the one that's orange is the easier one to use and more robust.
Yes, thank you for that. The one that I use is also orange or red, but not the blue one. The blue one is really crazy.
Right.
And you can put that same app on your computer. Now, I will caution you, as a realtor, if I put the teleprompter app right here, like my camera's right here, and if I go right below on my screen and I read the teleprompter from my computer, I look like I'm reading a teleprompter. But on the phone, the way it lines up by your camera so much better, I wouldn't use teleprompter on my desktop, but I use it on my phone a lot.
So when you're shooting with the iPhone, for example, is the quality in the front camera and the back camera the same, or does it matter? I mean,
this camera is much better than this camera.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I'm using teleprompter, it works just fine for what I'm looking to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never had any video pop up and I go, oh my gosh, I looked so weird. And this is so out of the ordinary. I mean, it's still a 1080p or a 4K camera, or whatever it is. It's just not two lenses.
Because I'm using two. I'm using the iPhone to shoot. Then I've got another phone next to me with the teleprompter on it.
So that's cool too.
So
you're starting to dive into this world, what I call Troy's technology world, where I will start buying stuff I don't need or doubling and tripling up on technology that I'm just super excited to have. right? And you'll go down that rabbit hole when you really start doing this.
Yeah.
I've taken pictures of this before for you guys. I've got 2 lights here, one on each side of me that is they're just box lights. And then back here, these are just little LEDs that I picked up on Amazon for 30 bucks a piece. And my wall's a dark gray. I just try to create some dimension. Don't get stuck on this, because as you saw in that video earlier, is when I was sitting in my bedroom before I painted the walls, they were white. Okay. So don't get stuck on backdrops. I've done that. I got stuck on, I'll share the screen again. So this is my room. This is the same room. I just had some IKEA cabinets, a little Texas emblem here so people know I was really in Texas. And these are IKEA cabinets I just got junk sitting on. But I will tell you, Ernest, if you did a video right there with that door behind you, it's perfectly fine. Rami, your screen is perfectly fine. Marcia, you've got some fanciness going on there. So that's cool too. Anything that you guys do is perfectly fine, because number one, we just have to shoot more video. And number two, nobody's waiting for our next video. And most importantly, also, or equally as important, nobody's looking at our real estate videos like it's the Matrix or Star Wars. It has to be all tripped out. We're giving information. We want to give information. I want to touch on this. I think Rami and somebody else sent me an email and said, or a text message or both, and said, hey, are you going to do a video about the NAR decision? Absolutely not. I'm not going to. I want to be the authority in helping people buy and sell real estate. Let me read this. Can you expound again on the different holding position? Yes, I will. So in YouTube, what you're seeing, I'll share my screen again. You guys will get really tired of seeing my balding head on the screen. I get tired of seeing it. So see how this video is large, right? This is called long form. So that is the video, your phone being horizontal. This is called long form. When you turn your phone vertical, like how you use it when you talk or TikTok or social media, this is called short form on YouTube. Long form is what keeps people's attention and makes you money, because nobody's looking at a short like this and clicking on your link to come to your website. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So these are all long form. All of these different videos are long form because they have a thumbnail. Okay. But when I go to my videos and I go to shorts, you can see that right here, hopefully you guys can see this, that it's a vertical where it's grayed out on each side. There's no thumbnail, as opposed to these videos all have thumbnails. Okay. There's no thumbnails for shorts, and they're 1 minute or less. So my joke has always been that, let me stop the share. This is for shorts and this is for TikTok and whatnot, which doesn't make me any money. And this is for long form, meaning a minute or longer. And this is what makes me money. Long form with thumbnails is what makes you money. So my joke has been, this is kids playing around. This is Troy making money. This is kids playing around. This is Troy making money. I'm into real estate to help people buy and sell and make money. So I can do like this all day and go, hey, I'm hanging out at McDonald's today, and Ronald McDonald's is going to show up here in about a half hour, and I can't wait to get my Happy Meal. Nobody's going to call me to like list their home. And that's my dry humor of going, I got to remember to do this and give really good information about whatever I'm doing. I use a long form when going live on Insta. My video showed up sideways. So I suppose in a different scenario, it's requiring long or short form. Yes. So Paula, I don't do a lot of live on Instagram. So I can't 110% dive into the Instagram thing. My wife can, because that's what she does, is Instagram. I don't like the meta world personally. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Instagram. And my reason behind it is this. Number one, it's not a library. I can take any one of my videos that I shot 2 years ago and send it out to clients. Also, people can search on Google, and Google owns YouTube. They can search on Google for something to do with real estate, and I could come up in the Google search. They can't do that on Instagram and Facebook. And I know there's realtors out there making money from Instagram and Facebook. I'm just not one of them, and I'm not a big advocate for those platforms. Google is not going anywhere. YouTube is definitely not going anywhere. So I've always focused on this. It's a personal preference. If you're having success with social media, be it Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, more power to you. I think that's awesome. It's just not my shtick. Or else I'd be doing a class that says, "Hey, how to make video on on social media." It's just not my thing. What other questions do we have?
You had said something at our first meeting, and the outro basically said that, hey, here I got here. Let's see. If you, yeah, the builder has massively cool incentives, but you can only get those incentives if you give me a call, because the difference in you walking in and me walking in is that I know the incentives, and I want to make sure that you are made aware of these incentives and that they are in fact offered to you, something like that. So is that okay to say?
Absolutely.
I mean, you only get those incentives if you give me a call, because then you're clarifying, hey, because if you walk in with me, because I don't want to be, misleading. Hey, this is the only way you're gonna get them through me. But,
Right. So you're going to want to come up with your shtick per se.
yeah.
Okay. And one of the things that I say in my video is, hey, for a list of all the incentives, or I'll say something like this. This is all off the cuff, guys. So I'm not scripted. Hey, if you want to check out any of these homes in this community, understand that I get a list of all the incentives, and I would be happy to represent you. And I've said this in video, when you walk into the builder's showroom or the builder's models, the individual that works there, it technically works for the builder. You also need representation. So this is a call to action. Reach out to me so I can represent you to make sure that you understand the contract, the timelines, and you do what's best for your money. If you guys watching my videos, my tagline is, my name's Troy Sage, local realtor. I do real estate differently. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to XYZ so that you can make the best decision for you, your family, and your money. So XYZ is always fill in the blank. So that's my shtick, right? So if I'm doing new construction, I would say, hey, if you're thinking about new construction, understand this. As a real estate professional, I get a list of the incentives builders send me weekly, which isn't always something that you get when you walk in the office. So if you want to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck, reach out to me and I'll walk you through the process. So they're going to reach out to me because I have something they don't have. And I might say in the video also, hey, and do understand that when you walk into new construction, you're not represented by anyone. Now, for some people, that doesn't matter. They don't really care if they're represented or not. But let me tell you that unless you have bought new construction before, you're a licensed realtor, an attorney, or someone that has read new construction contracts ad nauseum, you could make a mistake and it could be costly. So instead of making that mistake, give me a quick call. I'll be happy to walk you through the process. Then
So
at that point,
it's okay to say all that in the outro.
yeah, of course. And you could say it in between all these different calls to action.
Okay. So even as you're panning through, let's say, a model, you can have some voiceover saying stuff like that.
Absolutely. And my suggestion would be is, if I'm walking through a model and I'm just talking, maybe I do a voiceover later, or I've got my little lapel microphone on and I'm talking. I might flip the camera around and go, hey, this is the single story home here in Salina. I'm going to use the areas that I know here in Texas. In Salina, this is a lagoon property built by Megatel Homes. Listen, if you want a list of all the upgrades that are available on this property and the incentives that the builders are giving in the market today, leave a comment below or reach out to me direct. Let's go to the next model. Boom, and turn the camera back around. So I want to interrupt people's thought pattern. I want them to fall in love with the new construction home. And then I want them to go, boom, I'm still here. I'm not just walking you through like a FaceTime and letting you buy a home. Okay. Does that make sense, brother?
Yes. Yes.
Yep. And then at the end, So here's what I'm learning about YouTube at the end. Everyone is getting used to every video, real estate, what it doesn't matter what it is, that there's no cliffhanger. They know that when we're starting to wrap up, and this is where our click-through rate starts to drop, or our watch time starts to drop, I mean, is that people start to say, hey, and if you like what I'm saying here, or you want more information, click subscribe. Okay. So get creative with your videos. The last one I just did, it's launching today. I can't remember what the heck I talked about. I think I know. I was talking about how misleading the real estate market is right now, where even the national news is talking about inventory rates have skyrocketed, which means that the sky is going to fall on real estate. I went through and debunked that with the numbers here in North Dallas, Texas. And so I started the video by saying my hook, which my hook was more inventory. Does that mean it's a buyer's market, or are sellers holding strong and numbers are staying tight for sellers? And at the very end, I just took that same clip and put it at the very end and had it stop and be done. That was a cliffhanger. So get creative in your videos. And at the end, if instead of saying, hey, if you like everything, do me a favor and smash the like button. I mean, how many times have we heard that watching YouTube? Smash the like button. I don't know what that means. Instead of saying click on it, they're getting your attention by saying smash the like button and click subscribe. That helps me an awful lot. I've said it before in my other videos. Everyone knows when you go into that type of canter in your voice and those words, the video's coming to an end. So they don't want to watch anymore. So put that in the middle, put that in a different spot. So when you go back to your sheet and you're going, okay, I want to shoot a video on new construction, and I found 3 homes in Marietta by KB Homes, for example. So what am I going to talk about? What's going to grab people's attention? What's going to grab a buyer's attention is something exciting. You guys got to be exciting, right? We got to be semi-entertainers. So you're thinking about buying new construction here in Marietta, and you want to know what's currently available. Boom, that's my whole hook. Hey guys, today I'm at KB Homes here, right off of blah 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 street. I don't know where KB Homes is right now. We're off the 15 freeway in Marietta, and I'm going to show you these beautiful models, and we're going to get into pricing and incentives. My name's Troy, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm going to go to that first model and I'm going to start showing the model. And I'm going to interrupt it and say, hey, if you like these homes, I'd love to show you these properties and make sure that you get a list of all the incentives that are being changed week by week by the builder. Let's get you the biggest bang for your buck. Then you go right back to the next model, or you go right back to something else. So when you script this out, when you use that paper I gave you guys, that PDF, where you say, here's my hook, here's my tag, here's subject number 1, here's subject number 2, here's whatever it is, or the top 5 things, whatever the numbers are, throw those little snippets in to pull people off guard. Get creative with your videos and say things like this. I'm going to show you the top 3 things that are amazing about Temecula and 1 thing that is not cool at all. I can think of 3 things that are great in Temecula right now. They have great wine, the schools are great, and the crime is low. But what's number 4? I can tell you from living there for so long that number 4 is the traffic sucks. It takes me 20 minutes to get from Temecula Parkway to the mall. And that's if there isn't any school in session. So I'm going to lead people because I want them watching my whole video. So 1, they got great wine here. And I'm going to talk about the wineries. And not going to go too crazy. We just want to give them a commercial about it. Number 2, we got great schools. Number 3, we got low crime. Maybe number 4 is we've got wonderful housing here. And in between each one, I'm going to say something like, and stay with me till the end, because I got to tell you the one thing that is not cool about Temecula at all. And then maybe between 3 and 4, so think through this. Maybe between 2 and 3, say, hey, listen, if you like the information that I'm giving you right now, click subscribe and the bell so you're alerted every time I upload another video. And if you're looking to buy or sell here in the area, let me know. Leave a comment below or reach out. I'd love to talk to you about what's truly going on in the market. And they go right back. And number 4 is low crime. I mean, the crime here is really low, especially when you compare it to Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, different parts of the world. Like, people come here. It's a beautiful bedroom community. It's low crime. And then pull up some crime statistics, right? You know, the heaviest crime here is someone will break in your car and steal a USB cable or whatever it is. Right. And then at the end of that, say, now listen, I know you've been waiting for this. You got to treat people like they're kids, right? Because you're leading them through your video. I know you've been waiting for this. And I got to tell you, one of the most horrific things about Temecula is, and you can even play with them. Listen, if you want more than one thing that's terrible, leave a comment below or let me know your thoughts. But the worst thing to me about Temecula is the traffic. And show crazy traffic and just talk about traffic. Say, hey, just the other day, as a matter of fact, I was trying to go to Chick-fil-A and God knows those lines are long already, but it took me 25 minutes to get to Chick-fil-A, 20 minutes to get my food. And by the time I got home, I already missed my favorite YouTube show or whatever you want to say. And then end it. Say, listen, if you guys want more information about Temecula or any area in the Inland Valley, or you want to talk to me about real estate, leave a comment below or reach out to me direct. And then if you don't have an ending, cut it off. Be done. You don't have to keep going. The key in YouTube for the algorithm is to get people to click on your thumbnail. Remember, long form. Click on your thumbnail. Watch your video. They got to get sucked in for the first 5 to 15 seconds. Excuse me. The first 30 seconds are vital. Keep them for 30 seconds. And then it's keeping them through to the end. When you have somebody that watches from beginning to end, YouTube goes, this has got to be important information in this video, and they start organically pushing it out. So if we come full circle in this conversation, what happens is you create a video, you plan your video, you create the video, you post it, you send it to your entire database. They start watching it, YouTube gets excited. YouTube starts pushing it out to more people that are typing in keywords. The keywords are what's matching your title. So your titles need to be something that somebody might type in to Google. New construction in Temecula, new homes in Temecula, new homes in Murrieta. What can I get for $500,000 in Temecula? These are all video ideas, and these are all titles. So if you're not showing homes this weekend, you're not doing an open house or any day of the week, and you go, I have no business right now. Only reason why we have no business, and I'm not going to preach on this because I've been doing this a long time, is that we don't have business because we're not lead generating. We're not trying to get business. We don't have a day off as realtors. So if you have no business today, when we get done here, start with a video and say, look, the 5 cool things about Temecula or whatever you want it to be. And then if you have no business the rest of the day and no one to call, no emails to do, hop in the car, or before you hop in the car, pull the MLS and pull up 3 homes that are between $500,000 and $550,000 in Murrieta or Temecula. And you won't find many because we know prices are high, right? And you go and you stand in front of the house if you want. Hey, you want to know what you can get for $550,000 here in Temecula with Temecula Valley High School that is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,450 square feet in Paloma del Sol? Right behind me, this house is available right now. It's $545,000. If you want to check this out inside, reach out to me and I'll book an appointment with you and show you this puppy. But this will be gone quick, et cetera, et cetera. You do stuff like that. You do 3 of them. You do 3, and now you've made a video, and then you post that on YouTube and you send it out to your entire database. And believe it or not, there's people in your database that you think are looking for $800,000 homes, but boy, you send them something that's only $550, they're going to click on that too. For anyone that is in these Zoom meetings, I'm going to ask you to send me an email later today. I will not get it. I will not get to it until tomorrow at the earliest. I post it on my coaching channel as unlisted so no one can find it. And I send everyone that came to the class a link.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is amazing. Great information.
You're welcome.
Hey, Troy.
Yes, sir.
So the videos like the one you described, hey, homes for 500,000 Temecula or the new construction
I
ones.
like how the heads are just
These are not
Oh my
evergreen though, right?
Say
but
again?
but they're not evergreen videos. I mean, they're just for now. This is what's available. I mean, eventually it's going to go away, but you keep them on your channel.
Oh yeah, I've got videos on my channel. Well, up until recently, I had videos that dated all the way back to 2010.
Yeah.
And I just made them all private because they're like outdated.
Right, but they're not valid anymore. So you do make them private if like a new construction that's no longer available.
If it's more than 2 years old, right? Anything from pre-22 is for the most part private, unless it's something extremely evergreen that I can use over and over and over. Now, keep this in mind on evergreen videos. If you do a video about Melrose, which is an amazing topic, I love talking about Melrose because I can talk about ad nauseum with clients. So I shoot a cool video like you did, Rami. And then next year I go, you know what? I got another idea for the same topic. Shoot the video again and just call it Melrose 2024. And then if you do another one the next year, do Melrose 2025. Now, I wouldn't, that's a topic that doesn't have to be talked about over and over and over and over and over, but maybe HOA does. Maybe they change the rules in the HOA. Maybe the state does a change. You can update it every single year and it's evergreen. And then what you do on YouTube is you link them. Okay. You guys know what I mean by linking that when you add a card. You add a card at the top and say, in your video. So remember, when you're doing videos, it's like you're sitting in front of a client or you're sitting in front of someone talking to them just like you would at the office or at a Starbucks or at their house. And you say, hey, if you want to know about HO or Melrose, we were talking about, you want to know about Melrose from a couple of years ago, check out this video here. Right. And you just do a card to that. So it goes back to them. My email is troy@troysage.com. I will type it back in into the group for everyone. When you're shooting these videos, and if you go back to the PDF that I left at the office, there's a schedule. There's how many out of every day of the month, if you do one little tiny thing for 30 minutes or an hour towards shooting 4 videos a month, it doesn't seem so cumbersome. It doesn't seem so daunting of a task. So, example, on Sunday, I like to take the entire day off. I have church in the morning. I have time with my wife in the afternoon. And if I have to show homes, I will, but I don't do any video. I don't do any cold calls. I don't do any marketing per se on Sunday. It's my chill day. But Monday, first thing in the morning, I get up, I do my personal time, and then it's like, boom, where am I at with my videos? Where am I at with my marketing? And this is way before people are awake, so I don't have to call anyone. This is like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm looking at what needs to be done. And I time block in from this time to this time is when I am going to be shooting a quick video. So the video that will launch tonight, I shot yesterday, and it literally took me maybe an hour. Because remember, we talk more, and I know we're going all over the place on this. We talk more about how we take our document and we bullet point. We don't necessarily have to read a script. So I'm not scripted right now. We're just talking like human beings. And this is what people want to see in our video. So my video was on inventory. Okay, inventory's up. Here's the bottom line for my video. In Frisco, Texas, which is 225,000 people, there's 310 homes currently available with 37 people a day registering as new residents here. Are we really over? Do we really have more supply than demand? No, we don't. But so I bullet pointed. I said, inventory levels. Where are we at? What's going on with pricing? What does this mean for buyers and sellers? How do I get them to call me? So I set this here on my computer. I taped it on my other monitor, and I said, okay, so you might have been hearing all about, and I'm just talking like I'm talking to my audience right now. You might be hearing about all over the news that inventory has skyrocketed, and prices must be coming down. So is it turning into a buyer's market, or does the seller still have an advantage? That's my first bullet point. Then I went into, hey, if we haven't met yet, this is my standard thing. We haven't met yet. My name's Troy Sage, local realtor, where I'm dedicated to doing real estate differently. Look, my hands still work like I'm doing a video right now, because in my videos, that's what I do. In this video, I'm going to talk about inventory in North Dallas, Texas, and what that means for you as a buyer or seller. So you do what's best for you, your family, and your money. Let's dive in. Boom. Then I go to the next bullet point. Whatever that bullet point is, you can rock these videos out when you have it planned in like an hour. and then step away. Get back to making your phone calls, get back to showing your properties, get back to listing properties, ordering your signs, whatever your business plan is, whatever you have scheduled out for your day. Then the next day I come back and go, okay, now I want to go through because I didn't just shoot that in one take. So I might have done this. We've got 5 minutes and I got to wrap this up. I might have done this. So you might have heard all over the news that interest rates are super low. And I'm, oh my gosh, no, they're really high. Hey, you might have heard this. So I just keep rolling. I actually do 3, 2, 1. It resets my brain and I go, so it's all over the news that like inventory has spiked everywhere in the country. And I lose my train of thought. Okay, what was I saying? I look at my bullet point. So what does that mean if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the North Dallas, Texas area? Boom, bullet points done. It's still rolling. It's still recording. Okay, what do I say now? Hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Troy Sage, blah, 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 blah. I get done with that. Okay, it's still rolling. What's my next point? Okay, look at the camera. 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, according to blah, blah, blah. And then I have this long thing. I bring it into iMovie and I chop it up and it makes this little 6-minute video. But if it's taken you more than an hour to do 6 minutes or 4 minutes or 3 minutes, then you're not prepared. So go stop recording, grab your paper and go, okay, where is inventory? Let me find that information. I'm going to spend 1 hour to figure out inventory, what's going on with prices, and what the topic of my video is. And the next day I'm going to work on recording it. And the next day so don't spend more than an hour. If you're spending more than an hour, you're taking time away from other income producing tasks. Does that make sense? You wouldn't be at a model home for more than an hour, but you would prepare before you went in. You would go to KB Homes, say on a Tuesday when it's slow, and you'd grab the brochure, you'd talk to the salesperson, you'd introduce yourself, and you'd walk the properties. You'd walk the models, and you'd say to that salesperson, I'm going to come back like on Thursday. Is Thursday pretty chill here? Yeah, man, Thursday at like 10 a.m. There's nothing going on here. Matter of fact, I'm not even here. I'm at a staff meeting. I have my assistant here. Perfect. I schedule in 1 hour. I go to KB Homes. I'm shooting all my stuff in 1 hour or less. And I'm getting out of there and I'm getting back. So the next day I can edit. So you guys getting the feel that like, don't overwhelm yourself with, I've got to spend 20 hours putting a video together, because if you are, your next move is going to be this. Welcome to Walmart. Thanks for shopping. Welcome to Walmart. Thanks for shopping. Because you're going to spend a part-time job putting a video together that nobody's watching until you email it. So don't spend all day working on video. I've made that mistake. Don't do it. Use the paperwork I've given you, write out a topic, research the topic, put it together the best you can, shoot the video, make the mistake, punch fear in the face, make the mistake. It's going to look bad to you. And I will tell you, it's probably awesome. Put it out there. Put it out there. Put it out. If you guys really want to have a laugh, go to my channel, YouTube, youtube.com/Troy Sage, and look at some of my older videos. Oh my God, the guy like looks like a robot, because I do a lot. Mr. Beast didn't become cool his first time. None of these guys became cool their first time in anything that we do. When we list a property, our very first listing appointment, we don't know the contract like that, and we're not real slick in all of our jargon and in talking. And the first time we drive a buyer around, and I still do it now, we got everything on GPS because I don't want to make the wrong turn. Same thing with video. I have my demeanor down because I say it all the time. Hey, if we haven't met yet, my name's Troy Sage. I'm dedicated to doing real estate differently. Look, I screwed it up right there. I'm dedicated to doing real estate differently. That's what I do. I want to do it differently. What does that mean? It means I do things a little bit different. It's my tagline. You guys want to use it? Use it. I don't care. Everyone can do real estate differently. Okay. Any last questions? We've got just a couple of minutes. Thank you, Paula. Very kind. Too kind. You're going to get me all emotional.
I just want to say thanks. You're awesome. I so appreciate this. I'm really excited about being able to be in on these trainings. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you. And I'm excited. You know, my goal is to help every agent in here, if we just take one tiny step forward in our business using a different platform. The world is changing. And I will tell you that I am a huge proponent. I'm crazy about YouTube. I'm crazy about YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words. I will tell you this, that your competition in the Temecula Valley area is nothing compared to what I face here in Dallas. I will tell you that if each one of you did one video a week, I will guarantee you in 6 months, you will start generating 10% or more of your business from YouTube. We're here. I put out a video and it gets 200 views in a week. The guy down the street that's been doing this longer, that has like knows the area like the back of his hand and has been doing it longer, he gets 5,000 views in an hour. And his information isn't totally correct. And he's not selling homes. He has a team now. So I'm inspired to keep doing videos. I've never had a client reach out to me and say, I hate your video. Never. Matter of fact, I generate anywhere from 3 to 5 new leads every single week from YouTube. They already know what I look like. They already know my demeanor. It's like they walked into my open house and they're like, dude, we dig you. Or I've got haters too. I've had people call me and go, your videos are horrible. Then why do you watch them? But thank you for calling. Well, because it's good information, but your videos are horrible. Well, you must be a video editor. You want to edit some video for me and we'll like have coffee and talk about it? No, we just have crabby, cranky people. That's how life is. All right. Any last questions? If not, we're going to wrap this up because I got to go. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I pray that you're blessed today. Punch fear in the face and really just shoot some video. Stop being scared. You're not going to make a mistake. Rock this out, and I will walk you down this path. I will walk you through every step that you need to do to make it happen. All right. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. You need anything, you reach out to me. Bye for now.